United Nations Refugees Agency is providing food assistance for children in the country amidst the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. More than 40,000 refugees are living in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa, and the UN agency is devising means to fast-track its support to the targeted people. Well, no coronavirus case is being reported in the refugees camp so far, but officials are on alert to contain the situation in case of any outbreak. Let's have more details of that in this report.
Refugee children in Addis Ababa receive food assistance. There are over 1,200 children in the city who either fled to Ethiopia unaccompanied or were separated from relatives en route from countries like Eritrea, Yemen, Somalia, Sudan and South Sudan.
We're in lockdown in Ethiopia, especially where refugees cannot move around and top up with the meager needs that they have. I mean, the meager incomes that they have. So it's very clear their needs, and we're trying to top up what the government is trying to provide here today.
There are about 27,000 urban refugees living in Addis Ababa. The UN Refugee Agency says that because of the pandemic, it has changed the way it helps these refugees and the over 700,000 living in camps across the country.
For instance, now we're not doing biometrics, we're not doing fingerprinting because that's a hygiene component. We've taken that out and we use photos instead, and we use other means. We've had to redo or rethink the modalities that we use, but it is possible. We have done food distribution. Also, people come in smaller groups, so they don't come, so maybe the head of household comes instead of the entire family, as an example. So that is feasible.
But operations have slowed down because of social distancing. The Unhcr says food distribution that would normally take at least 2 days in the camps is now taking more time because the agency has to observe all the regulations that have been put out in a bid to combat COVID-19. So far, no COVID-19 cases have been confirmed in refugee camps and other locations sheltering refugees and asylum seekers in Ethiopia. But the agency says it remains alert.
And also looking at, in case the national and regional structures would not be able to respond to the COVID pandemic, to set up quarantine and isolation centers also in the camps. So we've done, we've had to reallocate some funds. We've received some additional funds as well.
Globally, UNHCR has called for an extra $490 million as part of the UN's revised $6.7 billion appeal for COVID-19 to help strengthen national health and sanitation systems. But the pandemic adds further uncertainty about the future for these refugees.